Hello and welcome to a very special Fox Netball presentation. It is, of course, the Suncorp Off-Court All Stars live from Ken Rose Wall Arena. Team Gretel up against Team Laura, and there are some smiling faces, but I can tell you there's some nerves as well, as some of the great leaders in all walks of life from here in Australia are representing these two teams. Each of these women have played netball at some point in their lives, and it has helped them to create their own end game. My name is Will McLeod, alongside me Kath Cox, and this is something different and just something really fun, but also something that shows the message that you can create your own end game by playing team sports, because over 50% of girls by age 17 stop playing sport, and these women have gone on with it, and now they've done excellently in life.
Yeah, they have, and it's such a great stat, isn't it, that those ones that do play say that netball was really the foundation for their successes in life going forward, and it's the things they learnt like teamwork, resilience, obviously leadership, building confidence, all those sorts of things that they learn along the way, learn on the netball court, that really set them up in their lives. And it's so good to see so many of the legends couple just on screen then. Liz Ellis leading the way there, and then Jess Watson, one of the youngest to solo around the world too. So some incredible people out on the court.
Absolutely there is. Now, Kath, can you give us a rundown on the rules? What are the rules of this game that we're going to see today?
Well, we're not putting them through the full test of a 60-minute game. It will be just two 10-minute halves. They'll have 5-minute break in the middle to go and talk to their respective coaches. There'll be rolling subs right throughout. And of course, the Suncorp Super Shot will be in play the whole way through, including $100 from Suncorp for everyone that is sunk today.
Look at Ella, she's still in match-winning form, would you say?
No.
Now, Suncorp's commitment, obviously, to supporting women's sport, which has continued since 2017 with the Team Girls concept, as well as Suncorp's Endgame campaign, is a celebration of all these qualities and attributes and skills that we have been talking about, and these are the lineups. Now, on Team Gretel, Jess Edwards and Gian Rooney, who's a name that you'll know, lead that lineup. Rebecca McCloy, who's my wife, is out there at wing attack. She can't wait for this one. Looking down there as well, in GK, Liz Ellis came in late, and you know that she's smiling now, but as soon as the whistle blows, it'll be the old Liz Ellis, no doubt. Take us through Team Laura.
A little bit of white line fever for Liz Ellis, maybe. So in that case, I feel sorry for Vicky Gillespie, who's going to start at goal shooter for Team Laura. Mim Haysom in the middle there from Suncorp. And then look down on the subs bench. There's Jessica Watson that we mentioned before, the solo sailor. He's going to start on the bench, but she'll be on the court at some stage too.
Team Laura must be a strong lineup if you can put Watson on the bench. She's obviously got more determination than everyone in the Fox Netball telecast team put together. And we're going to ask Laura right now. Laura Geitz, this is a really exciting little concept. How's the feeling been amongst your team the last couple of hours?
I've lost my voice because I'm trying to wrangle this unruly mob that I've been handed for the next hour of my life. They don't listen to instructions. It's like my 4 children.
I was about to ask you, what has the coaching been like since you've got hold of them? Have you given them any wisdom?
Look, I've put M. Keenan in charge behind us. You'll see them warming up. They're listening to her. They're not listening to me, but I'm a bit disappointed. I feel like it's heavily stacked towards the other team. And then Liz Ellis just comes in as a late call-up 5 minutes before we take the court. I mean, what is this?
Maybe that was always planned. It just wasn't released until
like.
now. Yeah,
that's what Liz Ellis does. We are talking about...
Swans on in at the last
She
moment,
does, and
she?
she'll make it look good. But of course, we're talking about end games. What's your end game, and what do you love about netball so much?
Look, I just love that this is what it's all about. All these women are from all different walks of life, but the one thing that connects them all is our great game of netball. Everyone talks about their netball mates, and it's like nothing else you've ever experienced. So end game, it's funny hearing everyone's end game. Everyone's got a different take on it. But I think the biggest thing is what netball's instilled into all of these women: confidence, camaraderie, fun, discipline. And we're all here today just to have a good time and hopefully get through unscathed with no injuries.
Well, there's lots of big smiles down there, so obviously very relaxed. Laura, we'll let you go. Can you hand over the torch to the other lesser coach, please, as we'll welcome in Gretel Bueta, who joins us now. Apparently it's been a bit unruly in Team Laura. No one's listening. Too many leaders, not enough followers. What's it been like last couple of hours for you to control your team?
Oh, I've actually just taken the reins completely off and given my role to Liz.
That's probably the best thing to do.
Good to see both the coaches have given it up to one of their players already. What are you looking forward to seeing from your team in the next 20 minutes?
Oh, I'm just so excited to see all these powerful women out there on the court playing the sport that they love. And there's a mixed bunch out there, so it'll be awesome to see them come together and connect.
Now, all of these athletes, you know, well, we can call them athletes just for the next 20
can
minutes,
now,
but all
yeah.
of these participants or players have their own end game in life, and they've used netball to help them get the skills to get there. I mean, when you talk about end game, what does that mean to you?
Oh, I think it's ever evolving. I think it changes throughout life, but yeah, ever evolving.
All right, well, are you going to, prediction? We got a prediction for us before we go?
Oh, us by 10.
10
Oh,
in 20
wow.
minutes.
Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely bold from
I've
Gretel
got
Boetta.
confidence.
All right, it is time to get things underway. We'll let Gretel go, and
Thank
it is time
you.
to watch the Off-Court All Stars. Let's go. Some last-minute instructions for Team Laura as the Suncorp Off-Court All Stars gets underway. We've just got a couple of minutes now, and Team Gretel also coming in for a huddle. The competitive nature of all of these women coming into it, but plenty of smiles as well. And there's on the right of your screen, Liz Ellis, who, as we said, was a last-minute inclusion into this great lineup of incredible women as Gretel Boetta gives some instructions to her team as well. And it's all about the end game, that sense of self, camaraderie and mental resilience that sport brings. All of these women have played netball for at least a season, but many of them for many, many more seasons than that across the course of their lives, whether it be as a junior or even as recently as this season, and they balance that with incredible careers in all different types of fields. And Kath Cox joins me as we're going to call this one, which is going to be really interesting, really fun, but most importantly, Kath, a really strong and important message for girls out there everywhere who enjoy netball to enjoy it at any level and have fun. And as we saw from Laura earlier on as well, just talking about having your netball mates, those are friendships for life that help create a support network for each person to excel.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's Liz Ellis on screen, Gian Rooney, a couple of the superstars, and this is what it's all about. It's the smiles, it's being out on court with your friends, it's about enjoying it. You know, it's not about winning games, but it certainly is about learning as you go, and winning or losing, you will always learn something, and I think a lot of these women will attribute all their time on the netball court to some of the skills they've learnt throughout their life, and we're underway.
We are underway. Team Gretel up against Team Laura in the Off-Court All-Stars, and already hands on ball. Transverse line is McCloy to Lufat, and McCloy again on the edge of the circle, fires one in.
What an
to
assist.
Gian Rooney.
Yeah, Rebecca McCloy onto Gian Rooney, and she has a miss there. I caught sight of her in the warm-up, and she had a little miss, and she said, I think I'm just going to pass it off to the best shooter. And it looks like she's the one at the moment, ball in hand.
Opens the scoring. 50%, 1 from 2 for Gian Rooney. As we get underway once again, and that is Sam Squires with the ball in hand, who has some impressive agility, but sends that one a little bit too long. Already they are up and about.
Well, it's a tough
Both
ask,
teams.
isn't it, over the likes of Liz Ellis, the greatest of all time. But up to the task, though, is Vicky Gillespie.
1-1 as they start again. 10-minute halves in this one, 5 minutes at half time. Ball out of court. A turnover, and Mim Haysom to start things off once again.
Well, she's got to get herself back on court, though, Mim, the captain.
This is just another chapter in as we go for another shot here for... Absolutely enjoying every minute of it, but that goalkeeper, she's very good. Ellis, I think her name is. But an initiative, and I guess Team Girls has been around since 2017 and launched alongside Suncorp's Netball Australia sponsorship. And it was in response to that statistic that half of all girls finish playing team sport by 17 years of age. And these women obviously continuing to go on with it and balancing it with incredible lives as Rooney nearly steps out of court. In fact, does.
I mean, I'm obviously biased. I think being involved in any sport is so incredibly important, but team sport for me was the key thing, I think, to learn so much more about myself and about other individuals that you have to work with and where all your great mates come from.
Yeah, it's almost like a microcosm of life, isn't it? Because you need to learn to work together, communicate, to lead, to follow when required, mix of different personalities. It sets you up in so many areas, playing team sport, and netball obviously is a wonderful one for anyone to play, and you can play regardless of your skill level. But how about that feed for Rooney again, who hasn't lost any of her athleticism?
Gian Rooney would have to be my MVP at the moment. I know it's early days, only 3 minutes in. I think I just saw her take a big breath in. We've got 7 minutes to play.
That's just in the first half. McCloy fires it to Rooney again, who's all by herself. It goes high, but good front space taken. And the turnover through Lambley onto Team Laura. High, but Ellis shows no mercy at all.
Well, we haven't seen any Suncorp super shots just yet, have we? A reminder that Suncorp will be donating $100, Keenan.
Wow, flowing down court through Ellis, Keenan, Rooney, McCloy looks in. Well weighted, but picked off by the goal defence. Hayes certainly heating up. There's going to be some tired bodies at half time, no doubt. Haysom now, and Squires looking around. Not finding ways into the circle as easily is Team Laura.
Oh, Gillespie, though, keeping it alive, if only momentarily. There's a couple of rolling subs happening in the background for Team Gretel. And also Team Laura. I think they're all quite happy to put their hand off and have a little break as we hit nearly halfway.
A tough 3 minutes. Ellis, Lufat. Finding some space. Obstruction the call.
Tell you what, loving this partnership down this end. Brennan, shot under the posting is a good one.
Yeah, off the mark is Brennan. Big smiles. Hands on ball again because the centre pass going to Team Gretel, and this time it's Gemma Sakuri and looked offline.
Getting on with it too, aren't they, Team Laura? Watson, you can see the little laugh on her face.
What I really like about this is that these women, obviously all ages, all different occupations, all different stages in life, but coming together and just enjoying a game of netty, which I think is fantastic. You can see them all just almost forgetting everything else and just enjoying the fun competition of it.
That's why it is the most popular sport in our country for women and girls, because it is all about that. It is forgetting about necessarily the wins and the losses, but getting out there with some friends, having a little bit of a run around, doing some exercise, and really great connections too have been made on the netball courts. As you can see, these ladies absolutely loving it. Well, that was not dissimilar to a Danelle Wallam.
That's it. Well,
over the shoulder shot, wasn't it?
To be fair, Ellis forced that. There was really no other way. No other route to goal. Yep. Lufat, Jackson looks around, forced to go back, and they reset. Now through the middle channel as Bryony Akel, the Swifts coach, is sitting in the hot seat, scouting perhaps, looking for talent.
Tell you what, I'd have Brennan on my list if I was scouting anybody. On fire, 2 from 2. There she is.
Team Gretel out to a 4-1 lead. And now there's a little bit of communication issues going on.
Well, this is the difficulty with a rolling sub, and it looks like they're trying to do about 3 or 4 at the same time. Rebecca McCloy now moved into
Watson.
wing defence.
Yep.
Yeah.
McDonald on the transverse line. Good option given there by Cito, but it's a turnover. McCloy to Ellis. Not something I thought I'd ever say in my life. Jackson, circle edge.
Well, Brennan, the bounce
back.
pass.
Oh,
that was
the
a
idea was there.
beautiful little triangle, wasn't it? To the top of the circle to Lufat, and then trying to open up inside the circle.
There's some really incredible women out there today. If you're just tuning into this on YouTube or in the highlights, CEOs, managers,
Olympians.
editors, Olympians, sailors. I mean, I'm just looking through the list here.
Barristers, board members, we have a bit of everything. The one thing that is common to all of them is their love of our great game of netball and what it's taught them.
Sakuri and all alone. Lou Fat immediately lets it go, and Brennan is just opening the account. Gives herself an offensive rebound. Padding the stats there, Brennan, and Team Gretel 5-1, and doesn't she love it? The manager. Big smile from Gretel Boetta, and the centre pass as well as Brennan. And this partnership between Lou Fat and Brennan, the centre to the goal shooter. Well,
it was a double-double
two-woman show. Look at that. Oh, denied. I think surely as we reach the dying moments of the half, it is time for Team Gretel to throw some caution to the wind with a few Suncorp super shots. Cito sets things up as Team Laura need to score off this play with 90 seconds to go, but the ball's gone loose again, and Gillespie definitely holding Ellis there, but that one slid past the umpires. Ellis, McCloy, they're still looking for an option. Lovely pass. Straight in, just supreme confidence in Brennan to do the job, and does again. Cito. High and denied. And Team Gretel really starting to dominate. And then another turnover comes. They're in super shot territory. I think it's time to give it a go. We're going to step forward out of the space though. Oh, to claim that, I think. Ooh. The miss followed up by another one short, and Ellis showing no mercy down there with the bib on. Fires it too hot from Ellis with 20 seconds to go. Maybe the last scoring opportunity. Brennan from mid-range. Denied again, but picks up the rebound. Got a good 6 inches over her opposition. And Team Gretel go out to 7-1 at the end of this first half. And that is going to be it. A big lead for Gretel Boetta, and back to the drawing board for Team Laura. Wow, look at the camaraderie between Rooney, who had a great start, handed off to Brennan, who went on with it, and the scoring has just been free. But there is no loss of confidence and happiness amongst Team Laura as well. And just an enjoyable 10 minutes of netball as the crowd continues to build here at Ken Rosewall Arena ahead of the Swifts and the Firebirds, which is the secondary match today, obviously after this main one, as we head down now to Kath Cox, and she's got an old friend.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm down here with Liz Ellis, was once known as the GOAT, the greatest of all time. How do you feel? That was 10 minutes of the first netball you've played in 17 years.
17 years, Coxie. I feel very tired. It doesn't help having Bryony Ankle sitting on the sideline telling me it's not that hard. So it's a bit exciting. I actually love being out here. I'm standing here thinking, why am I playing socially? But as you can see, I can't play socially. Everything's very competitive, and Vicky and I are going to take it to the car park probably after the game. But no, it's so much fun. I am sucking it in though.
Not only is Bryony Ankle sitting on the sideline, but your whole family is, and your daughter is a big netballer. Do you think she'll be impressed by what she's seen from you?
Oh, look, it's very much a case of do as I say, sweetheart, and not as I do.
Now, we are talking all about end game and what netball means to you. What are some of the skills that you've learnt from the game that you've taken into your life after?
Oh, look, Coxie, netball is about so much more than passing, catching, shooting. You know, that's the fun stuff on court. But what you learn is things like teamwork, resilience, communication, leadership, and there is no doubt that netball grows leaders. We play a much bigger game.
Absolutely, Liz. Congratulations on your first 10 minutes back. You can sit down, have a little rest now.
Thank you,
enjoy. Sam, come on over. How are you finding this out on court? Did you enjoy that first 10 minutes of play?
I don't think I've ever been as nervous as playing netball as I was at the start of that match. And every time I went to feed into like our circle, I just saw Liz. I was like, Liz, she's on the other team.
Don't tell her that. How many years have you played the game?
I played under sixes and have pretty much continued playing under sixes. I still play today with my Nets top model team. We play at University of Wollongong every Tuesday night. And I just love the sport. I just never stopped playing and just still love it. And I still have my ankles and my knees intact.
Well, that is a big win for you. Obviously, you're very successful in everything you do and a lot of roles. What are some of the biggest attributes that you've learnt from netball?
Do you know what? I was thinking about this. You learn to win gracefully with netball, but I think the biggest lesson I ever learned was actually how to fail in netball, in not getting selected for teams and still loving the game and finding joy out of the game. So, it's honestly like confidence, resilience. But for me, I truly learned how to fail the first time by playing netball and how to recover from that.
Well, you're doing an amazing job in everything you're doing away from the court and in your first 10 minutes as well. Enjoy the second half.
Can we do something about Liz? Can we do? Have you got my shoes?
We could. Yeah, we could kneecap it, but I think that's against the rules. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Grace, come on in here. You have been on fire, and it's probably not a shock that you're from Gretel's team. Did she pull you aside and give you some shooting tips at the start there?
Secret tips, going to keep them till my grave.
I think you need to share them because the Swifts are about to play Queensland Firebirds, and I think both of these sides need a win desperately to make finals. Give me one thing she's told you.
Have fun.
It looks like you're doing that, but you have obviously played the game a lot. You're killing it out on court. How many years have you played?
I started when I was 11 or 12 and played until I had kids, and I've just started again at Dubbo Netball Association, playing on a Saturday. But this is my childhood dream, realise, being interviewed by you courtside. Like I'm pretending that I'm an athlete. I'm loving it.
Who would have thought it would have been around this way as well? Talk to me about some of the things that netball's taught you.
I think I've been thinking about this, and there's some key life skills that netball provides. And for me, especially in a business sense, it taught me that, timing is everything and communication is critical. And also that sometimes success is about the moves you don't make as much as it is the ones you make. That's really important on a netball court, and it served me well in life too.
Well, congratulations on the first half performance. We look forward to this second half. I would like to see a layup and a super shot, please. Okay, great. All right, well, there's plenty more to come. Thanks. Don't miss this second half. Back to you, Will.
Thanks, Coxie. It's been a really interesting one. Obviously, Team Gretel well in charge, but we just saw before Liz Ellis wanting the team to go on with it. Cannot stop being competitive at any age, and what's been great from all those interviews, I thought, was just all these women who have done so much, and Grace Brennan, obviously the CEO and founder of Buy From The Bush, who's now doing Stay in the Bush and continues that, and she said she's still playing in the bush right now, is either not stopping playing or picking it up again later in life and just remembering exactly how good it is. What did I just say?
I'm sorry, I think I just saw Liz Ellis with a goal shooter bib on moments ago.
Oh that's sacrilegious, is it not?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
I was right. Good Lord.
All right, anything could happen there, and Team Laura is holding up, maybe this is a bit of a mental game, holding up Team Gretel out on court, making them wait just a little bit longer. And we are back underway in the Suncorp Off-Court All Stars, and straight from Ellis to Rooney, who form a formidable attacking duo athletically. Jan Rooney starting off the first half very, very well. Didn't quite work out in that first attacking play, and now it's a chance for a counter-attack.
Well, we haven't seen a Suncorp super shot yet, have we?
Oh,
so hopefully there's one to come.
And
Beautiful
here is
ball.
the first attempt, and it looks good out of the hand. Unfortunate, nearly $100 for the Confident Girls Foundation.
Oh, good opportunity to go again, though. Harrison out of play. Well, just rings out.
Oh, Canning's twice. And obviously they've brought the specialist super shot shooter.
Oh, look at her. The hands up again. Cannings wants the ball in her hand.
Gillespie on the whistle has allowed time.
Gillespie thoroughly deserves to sink this, having to play on
Doesn't
Liz
look
Ellis.
bad. Oh, so close. Well, I think we've seen a clear intent of how these teams are going to play in the second half, and that is from range. We restart with 8:40 to go in the Suncorp Off-Court All Stars, and the whistle starting to blow with regularity too now.
Awesome, good timing through the middle here from Team Gretel. But just like that, Team Laura puts an end to it.
Yeah, Squire's just showing the benefit of those years of playing. And there's a few words that we been throwing around with this one in terms of like mental resilience and confidence, and all these women have that, but the camaraderie is what's really on show today. The big smiles and just enjoying the team and enjoying being part of something different. And I mean, that was a fair bit of nervousness too, as has to be said, as the intercept comes and straight into super shot territory again with the one hand.
One of those has got to drop.
Emily Cannings from Airbnb. 10 years plus she's played, and she is showing no lack of confidence, the GA, in shooting from range. As we start again, Squires gets a hand on one, but Rooney cleans up. Looks, has to go short in the end to Wong.
Well, you can see Rooney, though, eyes straight down the court, wanted to let a long ball go, just like Squires has done.
This time, though, Gillespie, it's high. This one's going to come down with snow on it if we keep doing that. Not too bad. Too long, though, on the second one. That's 5 super shot attempts in 3 minutes.
Well, there we go. We've made up for not having any in that first half.
Absolutely.
We'll have a look at Team Laura when we get the cameras down that end of the court, all on their feet, so all cheering their team on. And maybe also getting ready to have some rolling subs. There they are at the back of your screen.
Pass.
Oh, Liz Ellis.
Ellis wants to go back into super shot range, gets the option and wastes no time. And that's why she's a great goalkeeper.
Would have been a disaster if she was the one that sunk the first one.
She would have done a lap of the court.
Well, 5 the difference, so Team Laura some work to do.
Scoreboard not really ticking over as it did in the first. Rooney steps back, looks, takes her time, and takes too much time. Turnover comes. What's really great about this as well is that a lot of these women have families here, including, in many cases, children, young girls and boys who get to watch their mum, I suppose, or their auntie, or a relative or a friend enjoy team sport and see how much they get out of it, because, as we keep saying, it doesn't matter whether you're 6 or 60, the same feeling remains.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you say, I mean, it's not, as we just heard from Liz Ellis at halftime, it's not necessarily about the performance, but it's about being out there having a go. And you know, her daughter's a big netball fan and a big player herself, and to see mum out there still loving the game, I think is inspiring and certainly motivating to a lot of the young players.
And a lot of these women in incredibly busy schedules find time, as Ellis gives McCloy the option. Lou Fat, who was strong in the first half, top of the circle, lovely little feed, and this time it's Ellis for the super shot. And hasn't sunk one yet, but we've still got 5 minutes to go. Hands on, cleaned up by Cannings, who immediately turns and delivers.
The pace on this game has upped, hasn't it? It's really sharp now, going for long shots. We see lots of intercepts as well. Taking the players a little while to warm into it. But certainly showing us some skills now.
Lou Fat getting the front space over Keenan. Not giving her opposing centre any room whatsoever. And Cannings with another shot from range. Harrison called out of play. Could this be it? Looks good.
Wow, look at the fight for the rebound too.
Remain in attack, and again from the same position. The goal attack. Wants it. Oh! A groan just rolls around Ken Rosewall Arena. Squires looked to clean up in the pocket there. Ball went out of court, and a restart, and again. Yes! Nails are nothing but net. The Suncorp super shot is drained by Canning. She claims it as well. $100 to the Confident Girls Foundation thanks to Suncorp. And the gap now only 4.
Well, how good was that? Talk about resilience. Took a while to get the first one to drop. It did. As you say, now a little sniff here, Team Laura, and they've got plenty of time if they can get that radar back on again.
Cannings cleans up as they just keep stalking in the circle. Team Laura again. Oh, that was unlucky. But the ball out of play off Wong, and the restart from Squires. Canning with the option as Team Gretel looking the better team.
Where the super shot is. Yep, then beside it. Yep.
All right, take it back into super shot. This will really light up the arena.
Was on target, wasn't it?
Didn't look
Just
bad, out of the hand.
couldn't get it to drop, so they need a big turnover here. Team Griddle want to keep possession.
I thank Suncorp as well for providing the platform to have these successful Australian women showcase their leadership out on court, and a lot of them obviously started their leadership journeys on a netball court. Probably not Ken Rosewall Arena, probably round the trap somewhere early on a Saturday morning. And another one! Suncorp super shot number 2 for Team Laura and for Emily Cannings, and suddenly it's 2 goals.
Well, doesn't that make it interesting? This would be a mammoth Suncorp super shot. Well, Liz Ellis can't keep the rebound in either.
Tell you what, they'd be looking to get the ball into Emily Canning's hand now with 2 minutes to go to tie it up. Oh, and it's just out of her reach. Turnover comes. 2 minutes to go and everything to play for. Lovely little play from Keenan.
Throw in, White on this side.
Well, Canning's doing everything, isn't she?
Oh.
The super shots, keeping the rebounds in. Can't keep possession. The good news for Team Gretel is that Grace Brennan is back on the court. She is in wing defence, though.
McCloy looks for Ellis, feeds short, immediately lets it go. And they are in super shot range, but a foot out of court again. The fatigue creeping in here in the Suncorp Off-Court All Stars, and Ellis nearly timed that brilliantly. Just showing absolutely zero compassion for a competition, Liz Ellis.
Sounds about right.
Yep. And down they go again. Cannings in super shot range. This to tie it up off the 1 foot, a little bit long. 1 minute to go, and what an enjoyable 20 minutes of netball. And Laura Geitz and Greta Boetta have been smiling their way through it. It's a problem, though, when you have a team full of leaders. It's tough to get them to listen to anything you say, even if you are a diamond. And this will tie it up with 39 seconds on the clock. It keeps ticking, and unfortunately didn't drop. And now some smart netball is all that needs to be played, but it really doesn't matter what the score is as the turnover comes. It only matters the example that these incredible women set, and it's tied at 8 goals apiece. It's Canning with 3 super shots, and Laura Geitz absolutely loves it. Oh, we go to extra time, maybe. 10 seconds on the clock, and it's Team Laura with the ball in hand, and this is to win it all from Cannings on the buzzer, and it's 8 goals apiece. What an incredible end to what an entertaining game, but more importantly, the end game is what all these women are here to represent. They have incredible careers off the court. They have enjoyed their time on the court as well, thanks to Suncorp. Some money raised with those incredible super shots from Team Laura, but more importantly than that, another extension of the incredible Team Girls initiative that Suncorp have put in place in netball since 2017, and this time we're celebrating diverse, successful women from all backgrounds who have made netball a part of their journey and have done so again today. And then look at the smiles on the faces there. It doesn't matter whether you're just starting in netball, you're joining your first team at ages 6 or ages 66. It's the same vibe on a Saturday morning in the under-8s or here at Ken Rosewall Arena before one of the biggest matches of the Suncorp Super Netball season. So what a fantastic initiative. Hope we have it once again. And to all the next generation out there who are watching this, team sport is fundamental to learning some of the great skills in life. We're going to head down in a second to Kath Cox, but the women are too busy having a chat after that hard-fought game. Outstanding. What a great game with some fantastic women and a real embodiment, all of them, of positivity and respect and leadership and motivation across all walks of life. And there'll be a presentation very soon. Suncorp will be making a charitable donation to the Confident Girls Foundation very, very soon. And that adds, of course, to the $100 that they put up for every single super shot. All thanks to Emily Cannings, I think, who got every one of them. And there is Grace Brennan, who was so good in goal shooter that she got put in wing defence. But it didn't matter one bit in the end.
Well, what an exciting match and initiative, and so wonderful to see so many amazing, successful women all coming together for today's Suncorp Off-Court All Stars. Mim, we had a script for a winner and a loser, and I think very fittingly it was a draw today. So we'll hand it over to you first. What did you make of that? How did you find that game today?
Well, it's more exhausting than I remember it being for a starter, but gosh, it was good fun. Just seeing everyone having a good time and being together was fantastic. So a big thanks to all the amazing ladies who agreed to join us today and do that.
And we're going to get you to present the player of the match, and very fittingly, it's going to Emily Cannings, who was draining those Suncorp super shots from way downtown. Congratulations, player of the match. And Lisa, I'll hand over to you too as well to say a few words.
Well, what a fantastic match. Unfortunately, I was playing goal defence on goal attack, so she scored too many Suncorp super shots against us, but it's been a fantastic match, and we're so pleased to be able to donate $20,000 to the Confident Girls Foundation, who do incredible work around the country supporting girls playing great netball every weekend.
Well, congratulations to both of you. We hope this becomes a regular thing. It's been fantastic. Go and enjoy the rest of your afternoon and the big game coming up. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Kat.
A big round of applause, but more importantly, big smiles on the faces of all these incredible women who have taken part in the Suncorp Off-Court All Stars. It's been a real demonstration of the power of team sport, and we hope, obviously, that more girls in their teens and later continue to play team sport and enjoy all the wonderful leadership, motivation and communication skills that come with playing team sport. Thank you very much to Suncorp. Thank you for that donation, but also thank you for providing a platform for these great women and the next generation who are watching on as well. We hope you've enjoyed this little telecast from Fox Netball, and we hope to have a repeat after that draw very, very soon.